Hi, VOD. You didn't miss anything, promise. So, what is PO1? Sorry, let me read my messages while I am not on stream. Anyway, stop doing that. Hi, welcome back to stream. I think that music's a little loud, huh? One of the build full bottles. They are really good for stimming. You can get them. You could probably get one like on. I don't know. You could probably get one somewhere, probably like decently cheap. If you're just looking for just to stim with it, and you don't care which one it is. So today, like I said, we're doing a bunch of stuff. We're gonna start with the Q&A. And we're gonna start with that. We're just gonna go ahead and go with that. Somebody's fucking car alarm is going off outside. There has been so much noise today, like tires squealing like a fucking, like people are about to crash. Sirens going off every half hour. It's horrible. I hate living here. Anyway, we're gonna do so many, not a lot of questions. Not anything. Oh yeah, I replaced stuff from the other stream with this stuff, with some stuff that I got for the 1 year, and also I just padded it out with this. And then you saw the nope. You saw this for 10 minutes. I'm sure. Let's. You know, maybe I could actually do it in here if I find. Let's see. Display capture. Okay, hold on. Strugglers, that's okay. I mean, I like the art that you drew for me, actually. I appreciate it. First question. Favorite Transformers show? I guess by default, it would have to be, fucking, animated, since it's literally the only Transformers show that I've ever watched. And when I was a kid, so I don't really remember much of it. I'm glad that you asked. I'm glad that you guys asked whatever you want. I'm not sure what you thought I would say, because I don't know anything about Transformers. Hey, Jank, what's up? Hey, Cooper, welcome back. Sexiest driver. TFN or beckoned. Thought you know more about Transformers. I don't. You know, I don't. It's like, despite how many people talk about it in the server and how many friends of mine are into it, it is complete blind spot to me. I don't know any of the characters. I don't know any of the shows. I don't know like the comics and stuff. I don't know anything about Transformers. I know like the most recognized. Like I know like the most casual stuff. I know who fucking Optimus Prime is, right, or whatever. You guys should force me to play, what were those good Transformers games? Like, was that like War for Cybertron or something? Those were like 7th gen HD console games. Is that War for Cybertron? You guys should make me play that. I should also play the Platinum. I never actually played the Platinum game either. Yeah, Devastation. I've never played Devastation either. Didn't I watch the 86 movie recently? No, not me. Recently Jay and I said that we need to stream it. But I haven't watched it recently. Sexiest driver. Shot Riser? Maybe? Or the build driver. I don't know. Oh, Jake, I'll let you know what happens. We'll probably do it in the foundational. We'll do it in Discord, I think. I'm a little wary about streaming Western content on Twitch. I'm afraid that we'll get botted for that. But I'll probably do it in the Discord like I've been doing the Gundam movies. We'll probably do that. I'll try to do that sometime, maybe next month. I got a lot of stuff. Like, I've got a lot of stuff in the docket now. Like, I'm fucking booked. Yeah, Hasbro will cut my ass. Driver I want most. I want most. You know, the driver I want most is probably the Forza driver. Like, as the DX toy. As soon as I'm gonna just pretend that's what you mean. It's probably not what you mean. As far as the DX toy goes, I probably want the Forza driver. Hold on. But I think up there also as I want the CSM Deca driver or the Arkle. But I still have to buy the Arkle, the Legend Henshin version of the Arkle and the Legend Henshin version of the Cyclone. No, that's the name of the bike. It's the name of the belt? Ichigo's belt. Shut up, you know what I mean. I actually took a look at the Legend Henshin version of the Forza belt, and I was kind of disappointed with it. Like, it does the Henshin sound, and I was worried about this with like new age belts, and like none of the modules do anything. They're not removable, which is what I expected, but like the modules don't do anything. So when you pull the lever the second time, it just does the rocket drill finish, and like radar and launcher don't even work. It's just like, but if I wanted a Forza driver, I would just get a Forza driver, but they're kind of expensive now. Yeah. What's the most fun aspect of being a VTuber? The most fun aspect of being a VTuber to me is probably it's literally just getting to play games with an audience, which is sort of the whole point. But like, for me, as an older sibling, I enjoy doing things in front of people, but only like stupid things. Mostly playing video games, in fact. I need to look at the camera when I talk. Like, you know, if any of you are bigger siblings, older siblings, maybe you know this. Like, that you would play video games and your little sibling would watch. You'd be like, so cool, wow. I grew up and I just sort of have the mindset of being the person that does that. And like, there's a lot of times where I've spent years with like friends and loved ones. Oh shit, that's still going off. I knew I forgot to take that Nightbot down. Just ignore that. Like, people are like, I'm bored, and I'm like, let me play a video game for your amusement. And that sort of translates directly into being a streamer. That's not particularly relevant specifically to being a VTuber, because regular streamers do that too, but I'm not a regular streamer, I'm a VTuber. if I were to say the most fun aspect that is specific only to VTubing for me is doing is going in fucking Vroid and doing all the outfits. I have a lot of fun doing that. I also like making thumbnails. What's next? Most fuckable Spirit Ash. It is the... That's right. The jellyfish. It's the jellyfish. Combine the last 2 games I played, what would it be? What were the last 2 games I played? The last 2 games I played were Batman. Whoops. That's not how that works. And fucking Halo. So I guess if you combine Batman and Halo, it would just be it would literally be that forgettable throwaway fucking multiplayer element to Arkham Origins that I'm sure nobody actually remembers. Does anybody remember that? Did anybody play that? The 3v3 attrition shooter, but also 2 people were Batman and Robin. You sure as fuck don't remember that. Yeah, no one played it. It was like, that was really the era where every like sequel was getting just like a tacked on shitty multiplayer component. But I almost feel like that was beyond the pale at that point, because that was like, what, 2013? When did Arkham Origins come out? Because City didn't have any of that crap. But you guys remember like Bioshock 2, fucking Dead Space 2. Arkham Origins came out in 2013. Dead on. Love the live Herm reaction. Thank you, Lilyflower. It's one of my favorite bits of this setup, honestly. Who's DMing me? Oh. Hey, Gaiaphage, I will get you that code as soon as the stream is over, or if I have a minute. So that's how that would go, I guess. Okay. Oh boy. You the longest fucking question of all time. If I change this. Speaking of Hiromi, how do I feel about the recent episodes of Vice? I'm having a good time with the Vice. I can't comment on this week's episode though, because I haven't seen it yet. I miss Hiromi. No. What specific episode of movie sticks out the most? It's a good question. Definitely there's a lot of not like in terms of like influential like anything. Okay, I also unironically love the Kabuto movie. It's good. It's just unironically a good movie. There's a lot of Gokaiger that sticks with me because I've seen it like 5 fucking times front to back. There's a part in fucking Showa versus Heisei where Decade tells Faiz that he understands his unwillingness to fight because he's tired of riders killing each other. And that was a line that was really evocative and is way, way, way too fucking good for that movie. The fucking graduation scene from Forze is an all-timer. Just the whole sequence from the end. Toku theme VTuber is sick as shit. Thank you so much, Funny Doggy. There's actually a lot of Toku VTubers. Yeah, Sienna knows. There's that bit in the Gokaiger Goseiger movie when they're in the office building, Gosei Red and Gokai Red, and they both like take hits for the other, and they're both like, oh shit, this guy's not as bad as I thought he was, and it's like a really homosexual kind of way. That was a good scene. I wish I had a camera sticking up because I have Decade sitting right here. Decade was not airing at the same time as Gokaiger. No, Decade was like 4 years out of print at that point. Most of the best Toku scenes are also pretty gay. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Now, Harmony, I don't think Harmony's here right now. See, that the problem with this question, Harmony, is that there's literally no funny answer to this question, unfortunately. Love and peace. That's right, love and peace. There is no funny answer to this question. All the funny jokes have already been used. Yeah, they deliberately bring him back for the crossovers. Also, Decade was a popular show. Decade was a popular guy, and that's why. What Gundam would you want to pilot? I love this question, Cooper, because the idea that you would want to pilot a Gundam is very specifically against the concept of the sort of entire franchise that piloting Gundams is bad and that you shouldn't want to fucking do that. That being said, it would probably be God Gundam or like any of the shit from G Gundam, God Gundam, fucking Gundam Maxter. I'd also be cool with the Tomino's Gambit question. Unless you're in lighthearted, yeah. Unless you're in like G Gundam, like Gundam fucking Build Fighters. If it's Build Fighters, like, what's up? Let's go. I'll do anything. I'll fuck around with anything. Gurren Lagann is definitely not a Gundam, but I would fuck with that too. The thing about Build Fighters is that I really like Build Fighters. I don't know if you guys saw the original like OVA that inspired Build Fighters. I don't even remember what it was called. I watched it first. But they in that version of that shit, instead of them like having the balls and whatever, they actually got in like fucking like cockpit pods. And it was like, it looked way cooler because they had like the joysticks and like the actual like screens and everything. And I like that a lot better than I like the way that it's displayed in Build Fighters, and I get why it does it for like practical reasons. But if I had to pick, I would want it like, if you could go to your fucking hobby shop and go upstairs to the hobby shop and fucking put on the fucking normal suits and fucking get in a goddamn combat pod and do a fucking like VR sim of being in a Gundam, I'd fuck with that so heavy you wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even be a VTuber because I'd be doing that. That being said, it would probably still be God Gundam. I really like that guy regardless, but I guess I would maybe give that fucking thing a gun or something. Do you know that in G Gundam there's literally like one Gundam that I can think of off the top of my head that actually has firearms, and it's Gundam Maxter. A lot of people violently oppose the concept of animated toku. I mean, animated toku is inherently like an oxymoron, if it's animated, it's not Toku. But animated, like anime based on Toku can definitely work. There's tons of anime that use Toku as a reference point. It doubles getting an anime. Like, it can work. I think a lot of people might change their minds if the double anime comes out and it's good. Oh yeah, Rose Gundam does have the funnel, the rose bits. Anime cannot be Toku because Toku, like, categorically, no, because like Tokusatsu specifically, like the genre specifically refers to live action special effects. So you can't be in the genre for live action special effects if it's not a live action show. It can be Toku based or Toku inspired, like Gridman and Futo PI and whatever, fuck, what's that show called? Samurai Flamenco, like that, Flamenco, yeah. Those are all Toku inspired anime, or like the Ultraman show, the Ultraman anime. But I wouldn't count that, like, it's really pedantic and it doesn't really matter. But I wouldn't specifically count those shows as Tokusatsu because they don't use the filming effects that the genre is named for. Anyway, next. It's O's final form. It's Puto Tira. I'm not even going to focus on the question. You know the answer. Whoops. It's O's final form. It's Puto Tira. Thank you for asking. And no, I mean, it's, call it all Toku. I mean, if it's live action special effects, it is essentially Toku, Godzilla, Ultraman, whatever. If Gamecore games were real, which one would you most want to play on stream? Do you think I could still go back and get that? They actually did release Mighty Action X on like the 3DS. Do you guys remember that? Bang Bang, shit, that's right. Fucking Bang Bang Shooting was on Steam. I have that game. I have, but wait, let me show you. Look at that. I was actually going, there was like one of the earlier versions of the subathon schedule, instead of collabs, before I decided I wanted to do collabs, I was going to spend a couple hours playing like really bad games. I had a couple games saved up that were like really fucking bad, and this was going to be one of them, because I don't even think this game is in English, and it's like supposedly pretty bad. And also definitely illegal, because the developer is called Gem Studio. And the game is called, like, this is a flagrant copyright violation. It does not support the English language. It looks fucking like this, and there is, it says 1 review, and it's a negative review. And I don't actually know what language that is. There's 2. There's several. There's 4 reviews. 3 of them are bad. It is so few reviews, it doesn't even have a review score. I will play this at some point. So to answer the question, that is what I would play. Nope. Okay, what's the next question? What's your first Toku? This is an easy question. I've said this a couple of times, but I'm always happy to repeat. 5th person on the planet to review Bang Bang shooting. The first Toku I ever watched that is not Power Rangers was Gokaiger. Because in high school, when I was in high school, Linkara started releasing History of Power Rangers, his anthology review series of every season of Power Rangers. And as a former Power Rangers fan, and at the time a fan of that guy with the glasses.com, and a few various people on that site, I wasn't really that into Linkara, to be honest, because I don't read comics, so I never really watched a lot of Linkara's stuff, but I knew about him. I know he was a pretty funny guy, and like he had smart things to say. I don't really know what he's doing now. I think he's still doing Linkara stuff. I know that like in the last couple of years, people, I think he has a Patreon now, and I think people have been Patreon donating him to review episodes of actual Super Sentai and stuff. So anyway, in high school, I started watching those videos from Linkara, and I really, really liked them because they were pretty well made videos. And one of my friends, who was a year under me in my high school, I don't even remember how he and I figured it out, but he and I both really liked Power Rangers, and he and I were both getting back into it because of Linkara. And so he and I also had art together, which is, as long as you do your work in that kind of class, they don't really care if you blab your fucking heads off the whole time. And so he and I would basically, like 4 days a week, just blab about fucking Power Rangers nonstop. And it was at around that time as well that Super Mega Force was starting to get showed off. It didn't come out yet, but it was starting to get hyped up. Like they announced it was happening. They showed they announced some of the cameos and stuff. And so it was on my radar because I was caring about Power Rangers again. And previously I had dropped off Power Rangers at around the last season I barely paid attention to was Mystic Force, so it's been a while. And so I'm at home looking up I'm just googling around Power Ranger stuff, and I find some scenes of the Gokaiger Legend War, stuff, which had been was at the time being re-uploaded because it was getting hits because of fucking the Super Mega Force announcement. This was before we knew Super Mega Force was going to be bad, right? And so I watched those clips, and literally any fucking person on Earth who likes Power Rangers is going to see that and fucking see every single fucking Power Ranger ever all in one big huge fucking battle. It'd be like, holy shit, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Which it is. Well, it was in Sentai, it wasn't really in Power Rangers. Because for us, Power Rangers, even for Sentai, that was kind of unheard of at that time. Is that covering whoever's... Oh, Lily Flowers, thanks so much for the follow. Anyway, long story short is that I ended up starting to watch Gokaiger just because I was interested in... I don't even remember, I can't really give you a concrete reason for what exactly made me just start watching Gokaiger. It just sort of happened. It just is something that happened, and that was, okay, when did Super Mega Force start? When did Super Mega Force come out? That was 2000. Okay, so that was around 2012 or 2013. That almost doesn't sound right. That was around that time, 2013, 2012, so almost 10 years ago. Or 10 years ago, about 10 years ago. Fucking at that time, I don't know if better options were available, but the way that I watched a lot of earlier, like I watched a lot of Sentai. This is how I watched like Gokaiger. This is how I watched Kyoryuger. This is how I watched Goanger. Is a fucking people on Facebook groups for this shit would upload them in like 480 2-part fucking rips of TV Nihon subs. And he would just go down the episode list and just watch them in fucking 2 parts. And that's how I watched like at least my first 3 seasons of Super Sentai before I found like better options and shit. Not watching, yeah, whatever. I think I did that later. I don't even know when I started actually torrenting shit. Like, how do I feel about Don Ojitanjin? I like it. I think it's good. I think it's a good. I think it's good design. So, okay, what was the question? How I introduced it? So that's how it's introduced. I found it myself, and I ended up at that point. I ended up not going back to Super Sentai or to Power Rangers because Super Mega Force fucking sucked. And I was like, I have better things to watch now, and I watched Super Sentai, and then I watched Kamen Rider. And then a couple years later, I watched Dino Charge when that came out, and then I fell off Supercharge because it was bad. And I haven't watched Power Rangers since then. Overall feelings on advice. I feel like people who have come to my Tuesday streams have a pretty good feeling on my feelings on advice, but I'm enjoying it. I think the worst parts were the first dozen or so episodes, when it was just too many toys, not enough plot, nothing really to hold your attention. But I think it's picked itself up very well. I mean, other than a few like boring episodes or like whatever, like I don't think it's really had any huge misses since about Sakura's debut. Other than like Daiji being boring, but like I don't think they've had any like offensively bad episodes like since that first hump. So I'm having a good time with it. I mean, there's still plenty of time for it to screw itself, but I'm liking it. Like, I'm having a good time with it. It's the first time that I've had a good time with writers since fucking half of Tier 1. So I'm happy with that, which admittedly was only 2 years ago. If I had a gun to my head and I had to watch an NOA season, what would you watch? This is a funny question because I've watched about half of NOA's Toku. I mean, I've watched Faiz, I watched most of Agito, I watched half of Kiva, actually. I've never seen Shinjirion, and I haven't finished Jetman yet. Gun to my head, if I had to pick one of the shows that I haven't finished, I would pick... It's not Before I Knew. I mean, I always knew that he was a bad writer. The thing is that I watched Agito because people said that it was good, and they lied. Okay, that's not fair. That's mean. I was really bored with Agito, and so I stopped watching it. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's not for me. I watched Fies because back in the day, around 10 years ago, everybody, and I'm not kidding, everybody, insisted that Fies was just like some grand masterpiece of gay love and tragedy or what. I don't even know. I don't even recall any specific things that people would say about Fies actually being good. Like, what about Fies was actually good, but everybody had the opinion that despite its flaws, Fies is a masterpiece. And it's not. I watched it, and it's not. And I don't regret watching it. I'm glad I did. But Fies sucks. Just as a narrative piece of content. I watched half of Kiva because I, at the time, which was again very, very many years ago, was under the impression that I needed to watch every season of Kamen Rider. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch Kiva even though I know that I'll hate it and it'll piss me off and make me fucking mad. And I did that for 25 episodes or so. And then whatever happened, I don't like, not even a specific thing happened, but something happened and I was just like, I can't take this anymore. And then I just, at that moment, I decided I don't have to do this if I don't want to. And then I never watched another episode of Kiva, and I never will. Shijirian I just haven't gotten to yet. I think I watched 1 or 2 episodes. I would watch that, I guess, just because it's fucking insane. Jetman is, okay, here, the answer to the question is, if it gun to my head if I had to pick an NOA show to watch, I would watch Jetman. It is, like it or not, and a very important part of Super Sentai's legacy. Oh, it said Rider Season specifically. I don't care Rider Season. I would pick Jetman. If gun to my head, if I had to pick an NOA season of Rider to watch and like actually finish, I would just suffer through Agito. I really don't. I'm not watching Kiva again, and I'm not rewatching Fies. It's just such a slog. Fortunately, guns aren't real, and that'll never happen. That was a really negative. That was a really negative 5 minutes. Ryuki, no. Who's the prettiest ex-ranger? Me. I don't know what this question means, Ref. I don't get the reference, so sorry. There we go. What's the best Zelda game? I'll tell you what it is. The best Zelda game is Minish Cap. That's right. It's The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. One of the 3 Legend of Zelda games that wasn't even actually fucking made by Nintendo. And it's the best one. It was made by Capcom, and it was great. It was awesome. It was fucking excellent. Minish Cap is the best 2D Zelda. You cannot convince me otherwise. You are wrong. The best 3D Zelda, I think... I haven't played all of them. In fact, there's a pretty large swath of 3D Zelda I've never played. I guess I would say that my favorite is Breath of the Wild because it's the one I've spent the most time with. I have played the N64 games, and I've played a decent portion of the 2D library, not some of the new ones. I'm not like the biggest Zelda fan in the world. But I like the game that I have the most positive feelings and love for is Minish Cap. I really loved it. I was so surprised at how charming it was, how fun it was. I thought that the what do they call it? Keystone? The Keystone mechanic was really fun and cute. I thought the art direction was fantastic. I thought the story was nice. I liked the companion character. Anything that has like a companion character, especially if the companion character is like a grumpy old guy and like a young kid, I love that shit. Nightbot, shut the fuck up. It's not your time right now. I think Minish Cap is awesome. I think it deserves an HD, not an HD port. I think it deserves a re-release on modern consoles. Like, I really think that they should put Minish Cap on Switch. I know that it's probably stuck in rights hell because Capcom made it. But I don't really know. Speaking of Mass Hero character composed entirely of slime, I'd watch that. Speaking of, I've never finished fucking the Zelda 2 remake, or not Zelda 2, Link's Awakening remake. I bought it, and all of my roommates all beat it like 16 times on my Switch. But then I got really frustrated with some of the mechanics in the game, and I just like wasn't motivated to finish it. I should play Minish Cap on stream sometime. Maybe. I tried that a couple times, actually. I tried to play Minish Cap a couple times on stream before I was a VTuber, like years ago, and I think it went badly like every time. But I'm better at streaming now. When Zombie Files 2 drops, you can stream it. Fuck yes. Day one. I swear to God. When that shit drops, we are on 24/7 Sami lockdown, baby. Okay, nothing but. Okay? I don't know what day that shit comes out on. Okay, what day? Zombie Files 2. When does that shit come out? June 24th. Are you serious? I have a charity stream that day. Why in the fuck is God hate me so much? Why does God hate me so much? Why does God hate me so much? Okay. June 25th? Okay, when's that? June 25th is a Saturday. That's Somnium Files Saturday, okay? Every day, okay? I'm gonna like the 25th, the 26th, the 27th, the 29th, the 30th. Somnium Files every day. No, nothing but, okay? The whole fucking week is gonna look like nothing but Somnium Files on this stream, on this channel. It is gonna be nothing but Somnium. Okay, we are on full fucking lockdown. I'm not fucking with you. So to answer your question, yes, I will be streaming it. I'm very excited for it. I wish the pre-order would go up on Steam already. It's like the fucking like the Steam page is up, but you can't pre-order it yet, and it's really fucking annoying. Because I just want to get the money out of my account. Like, I just want to buy it, you know? Anyway. Fuck, marry, kill. Dan, Juggler, Mother of Ultra. Okay. Fuck, Juggler. Marry, Mother of Ultra. Kill, Dan. Done. What's Somnium Files? Somnium Files is a mystery visual novel series that I really, really like. This is going to pertain to the next question. What are my favorite VNs? What are my favorite visual novels? If you say that any of these aren't visual novels, I'll kill you. Somnium Files, of course. Night in the Woods. I do consider that to be a visual novel. I know you can, like, that's an argument you can have, but it's like, yeah, well, but there's gameplay, like, you actually have to move the character around and shit, but it's like, the 90% of the actual bulk of the gameplay is just fucking talking to people. So I consider it to be a visual novel. You can't really call it a walking simulator because that means something different. I consider Night in the Woods to first and foremost be a visual novel. That's my opinion. And if you think that I'm wrong, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Somnium Files, I love. Night in the Woods, I love. Valhalla, obviously. Everybody knows how much I like Valhalla. Also, I consider that to be a visual novel. I don't know what else you would consider. I don't even know if that's an argument to be had. I don't know what the fuck else you consider that game to be. Those are my favorites. I like other than more traditional visual. Oh, you know what? The Ace Attorney games. Those are visual novels. I love Ace Attorney. I still have to finish Ace Attorney Chronicles. Great Ace Attorney. I mean, I love those fucking games. It's funny because like I'm not crazy about visual novels. Those are like the only ones that basically I care about, and I'm not one to stream visual novels because I still don't like reading dialogue or like reading in front of people. It's something that still doesn't. Something I still can't get over, like not wanting to do. So I don't want to do a stream where I have to read dialogue for like 16 hours. That's why I'm fine with playing Somnia Files, because all the dialogue is voiced. And like Zero Escape, most of the dialogue is voiced. It's why I'm not going to play like Ace Attorney, Valhalla, Night in the Woods, even though those are some of my favorite games. Those are just things that I'm not comfortable like streaming, just in case anyone was wondering. And I've never like regular normal visual novels, Fate Stay Nights, your fucking When They Cry or any of that shit. I just haven't read them, so I have no opinions on them. Something you wanted to rant about, which you haven't the chance. I mean, there's lots of things, but if you ask me that, I can't come up with it on the spot. You'll know, like, you'll be watching the stream, and at some point, I'll just start ranting about some bullshit. And that's when you'll know. That's when you'll know. I've heard it's really good. Like, I want to try it out maybe, but like, it's hard to hold my attention sometimes. Most not well-known unpopular game you'd like people to try the most. What is the ideal burger? The ideal burger is the burger that my friend and I made when we were in high school, and it involves putting moonshine jelly in the meat. And it's really good. I literally I deadass have the recipe for this. Let me take a look. Let me look at my notes again, because like 2 scoops of moonshine. So like, here's the thing: is that what you do here is that you put like you buy a pound of 80/20, and when you put the when you make a burger that's not just like throwing meat on the grill, like you put things in the when you break up the meat, the big chunk of meat, and you crack an egg over it, you put some salt in there, like some oregano, like whatever you want to put in there. You just take 2 scoops of moonshine jelly and you put it in with the meat, and then you form the patties with that inside of it. You put cheese, yeah, like people put cheese in it or like whatever. We have 2 or 3 versions of this recipe. One with blackberry jam, which I think was just okay. One with apple butter, and one with moonshine jelly. It's not necessarily a center, as it is just sort of mixed in with the meat. I haven't had this in years, to be fair, but I remember it being pretty actually good. Maybe I want to do it again by myself before I commit to this next sentence, which is maybe I'll do it on stream sometime. But I do want to commit to the fact that this is actually good and not just a fucking weird thing that my taste buds liked like a decade ago. What is moonshine jelly? I'm not sure exactly how to describe this. Moonshine jelly is a... It's basically like gelatin whiskey. No, it's like a jelly. It's like a jam, but the base component, instead of being a fruit, I assume is moonshine. I'm not actually quite entirely sure what chemically it is, what it is physically. It tastes good is what it is. It's kind of a southern American thing, I think. So you maybe don't even have it up there. I don't know. I'm hungry now. They thought about doing a big gimmick stream. I'm certainly not unopposed. It is a southern thing, and I believe the alcohol cooks off and leaves the moonshine flavor. Yes, basically yes. You can't get fucked up on moonshine jelly. You can get it online. Yeah, I used to live in the American Southeast, and you can get it. You can get it not like in grocery stores. I didn't live quite that far south. But there's like specialty sort of stores that you can go around and grab some at. Thought about doing a big gimmick stream. I would I'm not opposed to the idea. I don't know what exactly I would do. But if I could figure something out that like I'm comfortable with and everybody wants to see, I'd be happy to do it. One time you put Captain Crunch in 2 bread slices, and how did that go for you? Favorite VTuber? My favorite VTuber is Hiragi Yu. That's really the end all be all of the question. Let us dunk in a dunk tank. Fuck. That's my favorite VTuber. I mean, I have others. I like Pia P Live. I'm a fan of a decent amount of the HoloLive English. If you wanted to ask me like who's my favorite pro VTuber, like if you were like who's your favorite HoloLive VTuber, I think right now I really want to say that it's Amelia Watson. Just like out of like just in terms of sheer like respect for what she does and like the things that she does, I think that Amelia is my favorite. Yep, that's the end of the question. That's all I got. I don't have to talk about it too much. Do I have a favorite Pokemon? I do. Oops. Do I have a favorite Pokemon? I do. It's Raichu. Specifically, I like Alolan Raichu, but I'm fine with regular Raichu too. I really like the color palette on Alolan Raichu, and I just like the shape of it. I think it's a cute Pokemon. You know, I never even played Sun and Moon. I just think it's a cute little boy. I've literally never even used the fucking Pokemon. I've never fucking had it on my team. I don't even really use Raichu on my teams. In the off chance when I actually fucking play Pokemon. Mimikyu, I like Mimikyu too. I had a Mimikyu once. I would say that, like, in terms of most consistently used Pokemon, between like the 3 or 4 Pokemon I've ever had, like the 3 or 4 like Pokemon games I've played, is Gardevoir. I very consistently use that Pokemon. Not because I want to fuck it or anything. It's just a good Pokemon. Just saying that, like, just before anybody like beats me to it. I really like that Pokemon. That's it. Next question. Favorite Kamen Rider roleplay toy? Specifically for Kamen Rider? Probably the build driver, maybe? I don't really have a lot of Kamen Rider toys. Like, my favorite roleplay toys are actually almost all Sentai. Oh, the Shadow. Oh yeah, the Satan Saber. Okay, yeah, that is probably my favorite Kamen Rider roleplay toy. Is the Satan Saber? I'm looking up at it right now. I almost forgot because I looked back to my toy collection and I forgot to look up to look at it. My favorite roleplay toys ever, like in terms of everything that I own, is this. And this. Do you know that this Mobirates is actually the first Toku toy, not including Power Rangers, that I've ever owned, that I ever bought. After I fell in love with Gokaiger, I found this Mobirates and like 24 Ranger keys at a lot on Google for like 25. It was like, I don't even remember the exact price, but it was such an outrageously steal of a price for like a fully functional DX toy and like a dozen or so Ranger keys, that if I told you the price that you would hate me, because there's no way I should have gotten this for so fucking cheap. It was like less than 30 bucks. It was like at least less than 50 bucks. Hibiki Billy plays guitar. That's Todoroki. Mighty Action X no longer makes sound. That's unfortunate. Does it just need new batteries, or? Anyway, I love this toy. The buttons are like yellowed with age because this thing is over a decade old. It still works to this day. I've never had any issues with it. It's issues to sound. That's unfortunate. That sucks. I had a Fize driver that completely broke. I still have. I will never get rid of this toy, ever. I will never replace this toy, ever. I don't even need the fucking Memorial Mobirates. I got my favorite special boy right here. It's getting hot here. What's the next question? Oh, now we get to all of Voss's 6,000 questions. Do you have a favorite color to wear? I usually wear a lot of black, despite despite my in-character purchase for things red and white. I usually end up wearing a lot of black in my daily life. Like, I pretty much only wear black jeans when I wear jeans. I'm sort of like, I don't really wear a lot of light colors. What was my first video game experience? Okay, very quickly. My first video game experience was my great-grandmother's Super Nintendo. That she had. It was actually hers. She liked to play it even up until she passed. When I was a kid, and every time we would go to great-grandmom's for, you know, Thanksgiving, Easter, basically just those. I would, and sometimes my sister and later my younger cousins, when they were born, would go into her office and play like Mario 3 and Mario All-Stars. Or it was Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World on her Super Nintendo. And that was my first experience with video games. My first console I had as a kid, I had a Game Boy Advance, not the one that flipped, but the one that was sideways. I had a GameCube, I had a PS2, but that's not really relevant to the story. The Super Nintendo, when she passed, the only thing that I asked for, like, you know, because we had to go through her stuff, is I said that I want her to leave me, or I wanted to have, I didn't really ask her, because she wasn't there. I asked that I be the one to have, to like inherit her Super Nintendo and her games, because it's very they're very meaningful to me as like cherished childhood memories, and I was afraid that if I didn't speak up, my cousins would get it, and I was pretty sure they wouldn't appreciate it the same way that I would. So I was like, I have to have it. It has to be mine, and I did get it. I got all her games. I have her Super Nintendo. It's in a box somewhere right now because of storage, or because of moving and stuff. I don't play it very often anymore. It's just something that I like. It's just something I wanted. But like, there's a lot of games on there. Like, I mean, obviously I would never sell it because it's extremely meaningful, like, personally to me. But there's like a cart of Super Mario All-Stars that's worth like several $100. Super Mario 3 cart, all the Donkey Kong Country games, Kirby, Superstar, all kinds of stuff. Like, she had good taste. There's also a lot of games that suck ass on there. I think she's got fucking Jeopardy. She's got the Trolls game. It doesn't... I can't even remember. I don't have a list of it anymore. That was my first video game experience. Do I have a favorite set of covers for my bed? Not really my department. That's sort of really more my fiance's preference, because since I moved in with them, mostly everything here in terms of like the bed and everything associated with it belongs to them. We do have this blanket that my mom got us that's like, it's like a supersized blanket, so like even on a queen size bed it like drapes over the sides, and I love that blanket because there's enough blanket that everybody always has enough blanket, no matter fucking what, because it's just so huge. And that's that. Favorite set for body wash. There's a, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's something fig. It's like a fig scented, fig flavored. It's from Harry's, the razor company. They also do other shower stuff. It's got a mammoth on it, and I like that. My fiance likes that. Like the Xbox. Thank you. I used to have that Xbox. What connected with you most about Toku and why? That's a hard question because Toku is something that, counting Power Rangers, has just always been a part of my life. I grew up watching Power Rangers obsessively. I would watch hours of it like every time it was on, like on weekends. It's just sort of my chosen superhero of choice. Like, a lot of, I don't know, this is not completely universal, but everyone has like the superhero property, franchise, whatever, that they liked the best when they were a kid. You know, Batman, the X-Men, Power Rangers, whatever. Mine was Power Rangers. What drew me back in as an adult, or as a teenager, actually, come to think of it, is what drew me in is Gokaiger and Forza, more than anything else. So like, I guess I just really like this sort of like earnest, just the really earnest heroism shit in those shows. You know, it's those shows are some of the most like positive and earnest, while still, you know, nuanced and interesting, because they both happened in 2011, during, of course, the massive earthquake and typhoon in Japan, which you guys probably all remember this, devastated large parts of the country, tons of casualties. Forza and Gokaiger's second half, really, were sort of built specifically from the ground up to just sort of put smiles back on children's faces, in an unprecedented in their lives times of just sheer ruin and destruction. And even if you don't know that context, I think those feelings resonate through the shows wholeheartedly, regardless of, you know, obviously I'm not Japanese and I didn't have to live through those earthquakes, and I didn't know about like this cultural context behind Gokaiger and behind Forza until a lot later, after I watched them. But I still feel like those things are universally communicated through like the way that those shows are. I mean, Gokaiger is such a good show that it made me feel emotional attachment to Super Sentai seasons I had known nothing about. Because, like I've said this, you know, 5 minutes ago, that Gokaiger was my first Super Sentai. I didn't know anything about Super Sentai other than what I knew about Power Rangers, right? So the Gokaiger episode about Live Man that has Joe's relationship with his senpai, who became Barry Zorg, mirroring Joe Yellow Lion and his relationship with his friends who turned against them and murdered other of his friends, and how he wasn't able to save them, and how Joe can't save Barry Zorg, is really emotionally resonant. And it really got to me, even though I had no reason to care about Live Man, you know? Or the Jetman episode where Guy's ghost comes down from fucking heaven to dissuade the Gokaigers from bothering the rest of his teammates, because he knows that the rest of them had finally been able to like have the peaceful lives that they wanted, and he didn't want them to be bothered or dragged back into the fighting. And there's the scene where the Gokaigers go to visit his grave, and they see gifts that are specifically meant to evoke the other Jetman, like flowers in red and white, and ramen, and fresh vegetables, and his favorite alcohol. Even though at that point I had literally no idea who these characters were or any reason to fucking care about them, that scene still stuck with me, because it's just like, it just works. Gokaiger is a show that manages to make you feel emotionally resonant towards characters you've never even fucking heard of before. Because not only was it from top to bottom meant for longtime Super Sentai fans, it was also meant to convey those same feelings to the little kids whose parents might have watched Jetman, but they've certainly never fucking seen it. And I think that is so far off the point of what this question is about, but I think that really makes Gokaiger and just a completely timeless piece of television that anybody can watch, regardless of their attachment to Super Sentai. Especially, it helps that as little kids or like Sentai newcomers or whatever you are, learn to care about Super Sentai through the show. It's the same journey that the core 5 Gokaigers go on, because they don't give a fuck about Super Sentai when the show starts. But it's through all of those experiences that they also learn to care about it. Forza, just to wrap this up, being the same kind of thing where Gentaro goes around and makes friends and brings people together, it is also really resonant You know, I don't know who couldn't be resident with it. Like, it's just universally appealing to see someone who is just so overwhelmingly positive, but not like annoying about it. I really can't. I just can't see. Like, I know that there are people who don't like Forza, but I can't imagine. I couldn't in my mind come up with a single reason why Forza would be unlikable to you. It's such a good show. It's such just a likable show. You can't watch everything to understand how it makes it history. Yeah, Jank, that meta narrative in Gokaiger is really good. This is why Gokaiger is my favorite. What did I think of Zenkaiger? I really liked Zenkaiger. I thought it was fun. I thought it was goofy. It didn't hit the same notes for me that Gokaiger did, and it certainly wasn't trying to. But it's not like an all-time favorite that I cry over. But I thought for what it was trying to do, I thought it did it very well. Do I have a favorite pet? Are you really asking me to pick? I'm sorry. I'm just ending this conversation about the Toku question before I go about it all fucking day. Are you really asking me to pick a favorite of my baby boys? You want me to pick my favorite baby boy out of all my little baby boys? You want me to say that Marco is my favorite? Is that what you want? You want me to say that I hate Biscuit and that I want him to go away forever? You want me to say that Moo's smelly? I don't know. I love Marco. He's my favorite baby boy. Go-to comfort meal. This is gonna be. I've had this rant before. My go-to comfort meal doesn't exist anymore. Mini pick, that was good. My go-to comfort meal used to come from a place in 2 cities ago where I used to live. There was a Japanese home-cooked restaurant, which it was unlike any other Japanese restaurant I've ever been to, which mostly specialize in sushi or street food, you know, ramen, takoyaki, etc., etc., etc. This place, you know, this place had tonkatsu bowls, chicken katsu, beef bowls. It's just like the kind of traditional Japanese food that your mom would make for you. It was owned by I think first or second. I think she was first generation Japanese woman who came to America, opened her store. I would go there pretty much at least once a week. I wish I could I wonder if I could find a menu sometime and pull it out and show you guys. I loved that place with all my heart. It was absolutely incredible. The food was always good. The atmosphere was fantastic. It was my absolute favorite food of all time, and COVID fucking killed it. Due to COVID, I don't know if it was because of racism associated with COVID or just a lot of places in Asheville. I don't know why I used to live in Asheville, North Carolina. A lot of I'm filling with the Mobirates. I don't know what the exact reason was for it closing. It's not like I was friends with the owner or anything, but I moved away. As a lot of you might know, I moved back in with my fiance after we were living apart because they were in college and I was living with friends. We both came back home to their mother. I moved out of the city, and when I came back to visit a few months later, my former roommates, somberly informed me that my favorite restaurant in the world had closed down, and I never got to eat there again. It is very sad. I miss it all the time. I mean, even if it wasn't closed, I still would like. I don't even live in this. I would live like 16 hours away at this point. But it just sucks. It sucks so bad that they closed down. I would be happy at least if it was still there. I don't know. I haven't followed. I don't know if it maybe it came back, or if they could have gone somewhere else. It devastates me. But that's my go-to comfort meal. It doesn't exist anymore. I don't really know what I have other than that. I've sort of been, I guess I've been looking for something new, but I haven't really found it since then. Do you wear heels IRL? I have never worn heels before. I don't really have any particular desire to do so, to be honest with you. It's not really the kind of thing that I like to wear anyway. I wear, to be honest with you guys, the only pair of shoes that I have right now are some flip-flops, which are actually really nice because they were like expensive, and OSHA compliant steel-toed work boots. I do not own any sneakers or dress shoes. I think I own some dress shoes actually. I don't own like any sneakers or casual shoes or of any kind. Those are the only two pairs of shoes I have because I needed the boots for work. I already had the flops, and the sneakers that I used to own just fell apart. And because I was working so much at the time, because I had to wear those boots at my job because working at a grocery store, you have to wear, because I worked with pallets and cargo equipment and stuff, I had to wear the OSHA compliant boots. And since I would only have those to wear at work, I never really, because I went to work almost every day, I never bothered to go out and get another pair of shoes because I liked the boots. They were comfortable and they looked cool because they're cool black boots, and I never fucking went out and bought another pair of shoes. I need to, I want to, I ought to when I like start having more income and stuff, but like I don't have any other pair of shoes. What's the best walking around weather? It's like fall, like spring. I'm actually not forklift certified. I am power jack certified. I can use motorized lift jacks and pallet jacks, but they're push implements. They're not forklifts. I've never actually been certified with a forklift. I worked in a grocery store and not a like a packing plant or anything, so there was no actual need for me to get forklift certified. But I am certified with power jacks. Best walking around weather is like, I don't know, 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take. What season do you like more aesthetically? Is it the same as the one you like more in general? I think aesthetically, I like summer. Hi, Arthur. I think aesthetically I like summer, but like in general I like, I don't know, fall and spring. I like the like the middle season ones. But aesthetically I like summer. Do you have to be certified for pallet jacks? I don't know if it's not like a state certification. I'm not exactly sure. I had to do training and take a test for it. I'm not sure if you need to have like a state cert for it. But you do have to at least I know that there is like state level or like federal level training that you have to do, but I don't know if you have like an actual like fucking documented certification for it. Just put one in your hands until you start moving. Okay, that's definitely a workplace safety violation. I had to train with it for I had to take training hours and do an online I had to do hours of online and in life training to be allowed to use a forklift or a pallet jack. I mean, You thought that meant brighter seasons? No, it does not. What is the ideal room temperature? The ideal room temperature is between, I don't know, maybe 68, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, because I'm American, sorry. It's between there. It's like 68, 70, 72 maybe. Yeah, that might be a problem, Coop. That might be something to do with that. Thoughts on frogs? Love frogs. Unmotorized jacks. So I don't know if you have to take any trainings to use unmotorized jacks, but I know that motor jacks you have to. Ideal room temperature 18. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Do you ever wish you looked more like your VTuber model? Yes. I wish that my hair was this red all the time. I actually need to dye it again. That's pretty much it. I wish I had this hairstyle in real life, and like, I'm fine with everything else. I actually, like, the thing is that when I get live 2D, I actually want to make V look more like me than is possible in VRoid. The only really thing that's different about me and D, like, that I would never change, is that V has blue eyes and I have green eyes. Do I like plush toys? I sure do like plush toys. I sure do. I don't have a lot of them. I'm not really a plushy boy. My fiance has like literally dozens of them, like dozens and dozens and dozens. Not me so much. Do I prefer figures? I guess I do. Maybe it's just because most of the things that I like don't have plushies, but I like statistically do prefer figures. Are we almost done? Oh my. Alright, we gotta speed run through these because we've got a lot of more stuff to get done and it's been an hour and a half. Alright, what's my favorite Metal Gear? My favorite Metal Gear game is Rising. That doesn't count. That's not fair. Maybe Peace Walker? I don't know why I would even say that. I really like Peace Walker. It's really hard to pick. Like, I want to say Metal Gear Solid 3, but I think maybe it's just the original Metal Gear Solid. I really like the feel and like play of that. I like them all so much, except for like 4 and 5. I'm gonna say Metal Gear Solid, the first one. I'm gonna say the first Metal Gear Solid game is my favorite. Do I have a favorite ice cream flavor? Thank you, Voss. My favorite ice cream flavor is like, I don't know, like strawberry. Coffee, tea, or hot chocolate? I like tea. I don't really like coffee that much. I like hot chocolate fine, but usually I drink like black tea. Like black tea lemonade sometimes. What opinion on a video game would you kill someone over? There's lots of opinions that I wish I could kill people over. Right now, I wish I could kill people who just won't stop complaining about Halo. Because everybody said everything that's possible to say about what is wrong with Halo Infinite. And the next time that I see Halo 5 fucking trending, because people are like, actually Halo 5 was good, and I've always thought this, when I know for a fact that, like, when Halo Infinite was coming out, before it came out, Halo 5 was, in a way, regarded by everybody as the worst fucking Halo game. But now suddenly everybody's like acting like Halo 5 was good the whole time, and like that they've always liked it. And I know that those same fucking people were bitching, just bitching about Halo 5 in terms of weapon balance and tuning and shit. The only people, like, it's spurred on because pros are getting sick about how hard it is to actually do, like, high-level plays in Infinite, and I guess they just are too fucking lazy to put in the work or something. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. But people are like, you know, back in Halo 5, I used to be able to just pull the trigger and get a fucking headshot with a sniper rifle, and they removed all the bullet magnetism, and I don't know how to explain to you that they did that because you being able to just pull the trigger and get a headshot is fucking bad. It's just bad for balance. What are you guys talking about? Gundam plush you could put together? That'd be funny. I'd play with that. I'd fuck with that. Also, really, I'm just so sick-ass tired of constantly hearing negativity about Halo. I get that nobody's happy with Infinite, but I'm just so fucking sick of hearing about it. Every time I bring it up, Halo, someone's like, this game sucks. I'm like, okay. Anyway. If I give you the cool tattoo, where would it be? Womb tattoo. I would get a womb tattoo. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'd get a womb tattoo. That's not a joke. What kind of finishers can you do? I can do all of them, baby girl. I can do all of them. You heard me. I'm not repeating myself. Least favorite animal? Wasps. I know that we should be nice to bugs and shit, but I just have a fear of animals. I mean, of bees. I was tormented by them as a child when I lived on a farm, and I've never really gotten over. I have never gotten over it. I still, no matter how like hard I try to suppress it, if I see a bee near me, I reflexively flinch, like hard. I flinch hard if I see like a bee or a wasp or whatever. I cannot help it. I can't stop myself. It is genuinely at this point a reflex. I just flinch like super hard. I can't stand bees and wasps and shit like that. I was stung so many times as a kid. It's still like they still freak me out. I was tormented by them so much that I still remember nightmares that I had about giant wasps when I was a child. I grew up on a farm. I spent a couple of years living on a farm. I've told the story, and I don't want to get too far off track, but I spent a couple of years as a kid living on in a rented farmhouse. We didn't own the farm or have any responsibilities. We just rented the house. It was an emu farm, the second largest flightless bird, the emu, the Australian native, like the ostrich but smaller, the emu. It was a farm for emus. They had emus in pens and stuff. I grew up on an emu farm. I think I've told the story enough times that maybe everybody already knows this. I grew up on a farm with emus. It was very fun, actually. Biggest influencers, streamer right now. What other VTubers you consider to be your biggest influence? I know what the rest of the question says, so I'm not going to put it up there. It's like there's a lot of VTubers that I admire for what they do and the things that they do and how they do. I don't know if there's any specific at this point VTubers that I'm like being influenced by or like trying to emulate in terms of content or personality. Early on, a lot of my approach to being as frank and honest as possible about how I feel about things and like the realities of streaming or just anything really was influenced by Mori Calliope, because I really admired her pretty like frank, tell it how it is attitude about a lot of things. I like the way that she doesn't try to sort of like idolize things like a lot of Japanese VTubers, not like making this like a culture thing, but like, you know, a lot of Japanese, especially pro VTubers, really lean into the idol thing. And so they sort of sugarcoat a lot of the unfortunate truths of the job, because that's what you're supposed to do as an idol. And I know that Callie is part of the first wave of English HoloLive members, did a lot of pushback about that, about not wanting to like idle things up and shit. I think a lot of them have sort of at this point grown confident enough, in themselves and in their following to be able to speak their minds freely. I know that even Kiara does it now, and she was pretty like, she sort of played the idol part pretty heavily in the early days, and now even now Kiara is willing to like put her foot down on things or just talk about like how things are. So that sort of has like, it's run its course in terms of that. I don't know if there's like, if there's anybody that I specifically draw influence from. I mean, there's definitely people that I do unintentionally or otherwise. You know, there's obviously a lot of my favorites, you know, Hiragi and Pia and Corgi and everything. I sort of take an approach to this sort of thing where I look to other VTubers for inspiration, but I never really commit to it enough. And if I have my own thing that I want to do, like, because sometimes I'll be like, you know, like for the subathon or whatever, when I was like, I ended up doing things a little differently than I usually see people do, and I was like, is this okay that no one else is doing this? And I get to the point in the mental like argument where I'm like, it doesn't matter what other people are doing because this is what I'm doing. But in a way that I don't want to sound like I'm above that or something. I don't know. I don't know if there's anybody I'm specifically taking influence from right now. But there've definitely been a lot of people who have inspired me. Not necessarily inspired me to do what they do, but to just keep doing what I do. I already mentioned Amelia, Hiragi, Pia. They all VTubers who aren't afraid to do things like, who do what they do. It's like, do what you do, and that's it. So like, I see these VTubers like very proudly doing what they want to do and what they like to do, and I'm like, I can just do that the way I want to do things, I guess. I think that's all I have to say about that. Thank you for the question. Is there a best kind of cheese? Yeah, it's I don't know, mozzarella. Like this is like the kind of soft mozzarella that you get in like, oh, you know what I mean? Sure. Kind of like soft mozzarella that you get in like Capri salad or whatever. Meme. Here's one. Favorite sword technique? I might surprise you to learn that I don't actually know that much about sword techniques. I used to do okay, well, there's the next question. I used to do fencing, so that's really the only sword techniques I know. So that's really all I have to say about that. In terms of fencing, do you ever want to go back? I would like to go back. I don't know if that's really ever something that I'm going to be able to do. Maybe like in a couple years when I have like a stable employment and like shit. I'm very out of shape. I really liked fencing. I was never that great at it. I mean, I was like okay at it, but it was a lot of fun. It's very painful. It's bad on your knees, but it's a lot of fun. I'd love to go back to it if I can find somewhere to go that's reasonably affordable, and I can get some equipment. I would love to go back, but unfortunately, it's not very high on my list right now. You guys were on the moon and they killed and they'd be fucked up. Yeah, it would be fucked up. Would I ever drive a motorcycle given the chance? Aesthetically, I would love to. I'm very scared of that. It seems very scary to me. I know how to drive like cars and everything, and even I still get nervous about that. I feel like I would be too scared to I feel like I would be too scared to do that. I feel like I'd be too scared to drive a motorcycle. You're just gonna say to the VOD watchers watching the Q&A VOD? No. Do you have a favorite flavor of chips? I like barbecue chips. That's pretty much my favorite flavor of chips. Drive a game with mediocre gameplay, incredible plot, or awful plot but incredible gameplay. I think I would rather, in terms of play, I'd rather play a game with good gameplay but bad plot, because I play a lot of those, or at least I have a few times. You know, like I don't know, Persona 5. That's what came to mind. Like, there's a couple games that I just like skip the cutscenes and just play. I can't think of any off the top of my head because I've been put on the spot. But like, I love Fate Extra as a story. I just can't bring myself to replay Fate Extra because the gameplay is so fucking atrocious that it's literally just not worth it to me to try to replay it. So I would rather play a game with good gameplay but bad writing. What would you do if you encountered a beast? I would simply... Would you rather have claws, a fang, a tail, or wings? I'd rather have wings, honestly. I don't like to fly. What kind of Pokemon trainer would you be? I would be like a fighting Pokemon, fighting type. Was that the fake game with rock, paper, scissors that got actual gameplay? Yeah, that's the one, but the remake's not out yet. The first category I'll love, but I'll only play it once. Then again, I won't love, but I'll play way more. That's what I mean. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like I would love a game. Like I would love Fate Extra, and I'm never playing it again. But I'll replay fucking, I don't know. I literally am struggling to think of like a game that has a shitty story, but like good gameplay. Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite. Pokemon, good gameplay. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I'd be a fighting Pokemon trainer. Who in Legend of Zelda did you relate to the most? The horse. Most fighting games. That's true, but like the appeal of fighting games is almost never, like fighting games is such a different genre from like everything else that it's like the story mode is literally like an afterthought for most people. Like, yeah, Street Fighter 5 has a shitty story mode or whatever, but I haven't played Street Fighter 5, but I know that the story mode sucks. But you don't play Street Fighter for the fucking story, you know? Like, you play Street Fighter for the matches, so like... But like, you're right, like definitely most fighting games, but I feel like that's like almost like a totally different constellation there. There's no fucking fighting games. What fighting game would you play that has shit gameplay but a really good story? Is there any fighting game out there that you would play that you think has an amazing story but just absolutely garbage gameplay? Have you ever cried at a video game? I've cried Injustice, supposedly. Walked into that one, I'll be honest. Most DBZ games. Blaze Blue. Have you ever cried at a video game? I cried at some video games. I cried at Valhalla. I think I cried at Night in the Woods. I feel like Persona 3 made me cry at some point. Probably. Have you ever wanted to work out and get really buff? Yeah, I've thought about it a lot, but I know that I just don't have the personality for that, honestly. What's your opinion on boiled peanuts? I like boiled peanuts. That's really all I have to say about that. How hard do you think you should punch someone? Not really that hard. I like to think that I could, if I really had to, I could defend myself, but probably not. Are you really a traitor? Ha ha ha. The problem with working out is you have to work out. Exactly. You're a frontline type, support or backliner. I like. Personality-wise, I guess frontline. How many more questions? Yeah. Jonathan fixed video. We made it up. It's not real. Who's your favorite member of Starfleet? Oh man, you know, it's probably Data, just because Data is so likable. How could you not like Data? But I want to give a special shout out to Cisco from DS9. I really like Cisco. He's a great character. Are you a hoodie or a cardigan kind of gal? I wear hoodies. I don't think I've ever actually worn a cardigan. I don't think I've ever actually worn a cardigan. Do you know how many breads? 5. 5 breads. Can you drive? I can't drive. Do you believe in the power of a curse? I can't drive. I can't drive car. Have you ever done graffiti? I have not. I have never done that. What's your favorite type of ecosystem? Aesthetically, like beaches. I like beaches. Do you think you beat up Char in a fist fight? I could probably take Char. I think I could. In your personal opinion, regardless of science, is snow-covered space of Deadland still a desert? Yes. Have you ever watched Walking with Dinosaurs? No. What's your favorite portable gaming device? I don't know, the 3DS, even though I've never actually used one. I think it was the best one. What's your opinions on the thoughts on the PSP Go? Failure. It was a complete failure. It was a complete and utter failure in every respect. It was unfortunately ahead of its time in some aspects. In others, it was just a flop. It was a dumb idea. It's still something that, like, it's a dumb idea that's still something that gets pushed back today because people still don't like the idea of a PS5 with no disc drive. And I don't like it either. A digital-only console is just not something that I think is appropriate. But also, it was just a flop, just an unmitigated fucking flop. It's unfortunate. Tits or ass? Tits. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes. What's your personal that most people don't know? You don't even know what that... I don't know. But I'm not going to tell you, because fuck you. It's that. You should know. You should already know. Is there a movie you watched when you were younger that sticks with you? Batman and Robin. You wish me an early happy birthday. It's okay, it's actually late, I think. Happy birthday. Is it late? Is it your birthday? How do you get into video games? What was your first console? We actually already answered this. I'm surprised this was the only repeat question, but I did already answer that a bit ago. It's the 18th. Okay, happy birthday. Early. Now that you've been VTubing and streaming for years, do you have any tips for people who want to get into it? Let's see. How can I make this as succinct as possible? If you want to try streaming, try it. There's no harm in trying as long as you don't spend too much money on it. You know? No, don't ask more questions. I see you typing. Stop it. It's not free, because if you don't have if you don't have the equipment for it, like a microphone or a decent computer, it's not free. But like, yeah, like if you think you want to stream and you think that it's something you might enjoy, just give it a try. I mean, stream to your friends in Discord and see if you like it. It's not like see if they like it. See if you like it. Whatever. Your friends should support you in your endeavors, no matter what, because they're your friends. Like, see how you feel about it. Do you like talking to chat? Do you like playing video games in front of other people? Are you ready to handle these kind of things? Like, and if it turns out you're like, this isn't as fun as I thought, then don't do it. But, you know, whatever. I mean, like, at that point, I'm not going to give you advice. It's like, do it and see how you like it. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. And if it is, it is. Like, figure out if it's a hobby that you want to pursue, because it is a hobby. Like, unless you're someone who's already been an internet entertainer for years, you're not just gonna like go pro like that. Every big VTuber you see, even like bitches like Yanners and Iron Mouse, all the way to the pro level stuff, even people like Hiragi Yu have a storied history of being like content creators on the internet before they ever picked up a fucking avatar to do it. So on our level, you got to treat it like it's a hobby. And it's just like, is this a hobby that you want to invest in? Do you want to spend time with this? Do you want to spend money on it? If you feel like it's for you, then go ahead and try it. You know? And it's the same as learning any other new skill or learning any other new hobby. There's going to be bad days. There's going to be times when you're like, I can't fucking do this. This isn't for me. But I think that if it's something that you want to do, you will just sort of know. Because there was a long time for me, we could be already at like a year and a half, maybe 2 years with V, if I hadn't fucked around for so long. Just like completely convincing myself that I don't have the personality for it or the temperament for it, and that it's just not something I could do. I don't have, like, I'm not interesting enough, I'm not funny enough, whatever. And it took me a long time to just come to terms with the fact that it's just something that I wanted to do. It really spoke to me, and it's something that it just turned out like that I think I am pretty good at, or I've learned to be decent at it. Like, if it's something, I feel like it's the same for any hobby, or like, I don't know, and mostly anything. If it's something that you really want to do, your body will just sort of tell you, or like your mind or whatever will just tell you. Like, it's like, you know, I'm trying to think of like something that else that's not VTubing, like, you know, knitting or sewing or singing or art, whatever. It's something that when you start doing it, you just sort of know that it's something that you want to do. It's something that, like, you just like, you're like inside of you, you're like, this is something I want to do. Like, I don't stream 4 or 5 times. I don't stream that much. I don't stream 3 to 4 times a week because I'm trying to like hit those numbers or whatever. I stream that much because it's what I want to do. Like, it's because I want to stream that often. I want to have fun. Don't worry about, like, especially this is especially relevant to like content creation, VTubing, things where you're putting yourself and your quote unquote content out on the internet, is like you have, and I know this is hard advice to take in practice as it is in theory, you really can't go in it expecting to like make a splash or like be popular or famous or whatever. You have to just do it for the enjoyment of it. And if those things come later, or if you decide after a while of just doing it for the enjoyment that you want to take this serious and you want to go all the way with it, because that's a hard fight to do, right? But don't go into it with expectations of glory or whatever, because you will just burn yourself out and ruin it. Because I've seen so many VTubers who come in expecting that path to glory, and they don't get it because they're not enjoying the now, you know? Like, there's so many VTubers who I've seen peter out and just give up because they're so focused on the future of like, someday I'll be in HoloLive, or you know, I'll be a big streamer, and you know, whatever. That they're so focused on what they need, what they want to be, that they don't, like, they start to resent where they are now, and then it just stops being fun for them. Like, you know, we all have, like, it's disheartening no matter what when you have like a bad stream or like low audience participation or whatever. And I don't want to like I'm not saying that to like I'm not saying that to blame you guys or anything. Like, it just happens. It's literally just something that happens. There's gonna be days where just nobody has time for you, or you just aren't funny, or just people don't have the, you know, people just aren't chatty today. And that always sucks. It always feels bad no matter what. But if you do things for the, like, if you start seeing those as just failures, it just stops being fun. Because I've had periods of time where this just wasn't fun for me. But like it is now. Like, it has been for the most part. So I guess succinctly I would say the advice that I'm giving you is like, just try it out. If it's fun, pursue it and see where you go. But don't pursue it for any reason other than your own enjoyment until you're stable enough that you are, like, until you've acquired enough skills and enough practice and you're stable enough with the emotional turmoil of doing things like this that you can actually make a push towards those things, I guess is what I would say. Because, you know, aiming for the fucking pearly gates of VTuber heaven right from the offset is just going to get you nowhere other than frustration and resentment towards other people who are doing better than you. Because I've seen just a lot of resentment, a lot of hatred in this community of people just, you know, whether it's jealousy or just bad personalities, but there's a lot of mess out there, and I think the best way to do it is just mind your own business and do what you do because you like it. You know, I don't engage with that shit. And I guess be careful with who you like. Don't be distrustful, but you know, you learn to know the types that you shouldn't hang out with, because every other week a fucking twitlonger, how do you say that? You know, every couple weeks a fucking blowout, like a fucking apology crosses my dash, or like a call out post, and you read it and it's some VTuber you've never heard of who has 4,000 fucking followers on Twitter, and it's like, and it's always like a 6-paragraph apology for like blatant sexual harassment, and it's like, what the fuck is going on over there? I don't know, because I don't like, I stay away from that shit. seriously, so often, man. So many times. I mean, you'll just see it's just some VTuber I've never heard of who has like 6,000 followers and is like a Twitter partner, and it's like an 18 paragraph tweet longer for just blatant sexual harassment, like just really really vicious sexual harassment shit, and it's like, okay, like this is totally not relevant anymore, but like, I don't know. Go in with the only expectation be that you have fun. How about that? Is that nice and sweet? How do we really nuance yesterday where I learned someone following me was lying about their age, and then I see there's a witch hunt going on for them, and I'm like, yeah, that was bad, but it doesn't really mean you're bad. Follow me. Yeah, it's complicated out there, man. Like, it's complicated out there, you know. It's something that you just have to live with, I guess. As an internet content creator, I don't really like to call myself that, honestly, but as a quote-unquote content creator, and especially as a part of a streaming community, whether you like it or not, it's just hard to go around that. I mean, I haven't really dealt with any of that super bad personally. Like, that's because mostly I keep it to myself, I guess. I'm antisocial about it, but like, it's rough out there, man. And people are so vicious. The thing is, like, the thing is, this is a totally different topic now. Like, sometimes you just gotta like just fucking block and move on. You know, like, if someone's fucking around and being a goddamn fool, you block them, report them if you have to, and move the fuck on. All right, it doesn't have to be a fucking all week long affair of just throwing shit back and forth. It doesn't. You can just mind your own. I mean, like, there's definitely things that you might feel morally obligated to take a stand on or participate in the discussion of, and that is up to your discretion. But for me, and there are still some things that I feel obligated to weigh in on the discussion, but a lot of time I just end up regretting it. The thing is, like, at this point, I've been around for a while. A lot of you guys have known me for years, and even those of you who haven't hopefully already have a pretty good grasp of sort of the person that I am. And so when I see somebody getting into it or whatever, I don't feel the need to make my stance of it clear, because the people whose opinions of me I care about should already know how I feel about things. Right? Like, the other day I made a post that I regretted making the post about making fun of people who were arguing about whether or not the 1894 novel Dracula is problematic, because there is a lot of content that has aged poorly. There's a lot of Orientalism, racism, homophobia in the novel, right? But, you know, these things inform the historical context that it was written in, and if you dig deeper into it in terms of analytics and also historical analysis, you can learn the reasons why these things are, why the author wrote them the way that he did, etc., etc. And whether or not you find the things that are in the novel Dracula to be morally reprehensible, that's up to you, right? But I made a post that it was amusing that people who have no such inclination to do the historical or literary research about a novel written fucking hundreds of years before they were born, and just like slamming it as quote problematic is like stupid. the post was like that it's stupid for kids to be arguing about whether or not it's quote unquote problematic just because it has these things in it without analyzing why those things are present. And then I was like, this isn't the most nuanced written take that I've ever made, right? And then I went to go take it down because I didn't want it to be misunderstood. And then I got an anon who accused me of having poor literary skills because I thought that because I didn't think there was a problem with the novel Dracula for having East Asian or Eastern European racism in it, that I was the one that had bad literary skills. And that's obviously not what I said, but like, this is getting off topic. The point is, like, somebody is always going to give you someone's always going to give you a bad reading. There's always going to be people who will purposefully or otherwise misunderstand what you're trying to say, or misunderstand what you're about, or try to paint you in a bad light, you know? And it's just not worth it to engage with them or constantly feel the need to like defend yourself against such completely pointless interactions. You and me, like, this is true for me, and it's probably true for you, that like there are people in your life who you care about and you want them to care about you and you want them to know you, right? But those people know who you are and they know that you have correct opinions. People who know me know what I'm about and my feelings on most topics, or they can infer them or ask me, you know. It's not worth spending your time getting into arguments over things on the internet with people who just don't give a fucking shit about you. Like, getting into arguments about things in the VTuber community or whether or not Dracula is problematic, it's just not worth your time. There's better things you could be doing, and ultimately all it does is just contribute to the overall negativity of like everything. There are definitely times and places where these actual discussions about actual things need to happen, but fucking probably not on Twitter, you know, probably not on Tumblr, where people are just gonna immediately, like, strangers are gonna just argue with you because they're antagonistic. Does that make sense? Do I sound like an asshole here? Like, there are definitely things that you should stand up for and voice your opinion on, and if you want to do that, that's on you. But definitely, I don't think you need to spend all of your time searching for arguments with other people. If you see an argument happening in the distance, you don't need to take part of it. Even if you have an opinion on it, you don't have to take part of that opinion. You don't have to post that opinion. You can tell your friends about it if you want, but you don't have to put yourself out there into the battlefield just because there's a battlefield over there. You don't have to go to it. You can just keep doing what you're doing. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you fucking arguing on Twitter about whatever, even things that are important, transphobia, racism, you know, abortion rights or whatever. These are things that need to be discussed and should be discussed, but you arguing about them on the internet with randos isn't really contributing to the narrative at all, other than just pissing you off and wasting your time, because now you're mad that you're arguing with some asshole. Like, now you're mad because you had a shit interaction with some asshole who doesn't like you and is never going to see your side of things no matter how hard you argue about it. You can argue all day and present the best case ever, but you're not ever going to change anybody's fucking mind, because nobody's here to argue. Nobody's here to have a discussion where they're open to criticism and to changing their position. Everybody just wants to fucking argue, because that's what we do now. So, like, all you're doing is just ruining your own day by making yourself pissed off because you had an argument with some fucking douchebag who literally you'll never see again. Whatever, right?
when you could have been doing something better. Even if it's something better, you know, in the same vein, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you would do in the same vein of, like, debunking myths or, like, you know, contributing, you know, send money to abortion funds or something. Like I don't know. That's not the point. Like, there are better things that you can do with your life than wasting your time in the foolish, like, vigilante-ish pursuit of, like, moral excellence on the internet. Because, you know, we argue on the internet because we're right, and we need to be right, and we need everybody else to see I've got good. I'm a good guy. I've got the good morals. I'm arguing with the bad guys, but it's not worth it. Anybody who wants to know you will know you for the person that you are, and not the arguments that you get into over racism or whatever. And it just damages the spirit. I know I sound like a real high horse right now, but it's just not good for you to just constantly be exposed to negativity and hatred, and to contribute it to your own. It puts you in a bad place. It really does. You know, it really does. It just isn't good for you. I believe that firmly. Like, whatever else you can take with a grain of salt, you can think that I'm wrong here or whatever. Like, you can be on a middle horse. Yeah, exactly. Constant conflict is just bad for you. It just is. It's just not good. Constantly arguing about, either it's serious shit, if it's real political issues, if it's VTuber shit, if it's you know, if it's arguing about what kind of VTubers you think are, like, legit, and what times you think are just, like, you know, attention-seeking whores, or fucking opinions about anime and toku, you know, whatever. Constant argument, constant conflict is just bad for. It's just bad for you, man. Like, it just isn't good. Horses that 50-50 you. The mix-up is that you don't know which horse it is. Yo, they should make a Uma Musume fighting game. The Horse Girl anime, they should make a fighting game on that. Those 50-50s would be insane, I tell you. That's it. I'm done preaching about whatever I'm preaching about at this point. I just think that the thing is just like, them just fighting herds. Fuck yeah. You know, I don't even think there's any ponies left in that game at this point, because they had to change everything. It's just the thing is just like, there's no reward waiting for you at the end when you die and you go to heaven. And God's not going to pull out a statistic that says, this is how many fucking internet arguments you won. You get to go to super heaven now. That's not how it works. There's no point to it. There's no reward for it. You know, like, minding your own business, staying, like, keeping your center, being happy with what's around you, you know, surrounding yourself with things that genuinely make you happy, whether it be friends or hobbies. That's better. It's just better for you. It's something that I'm struggling to like get into, because, like, over the last, I don't know, 10 years of me being on the internet, I've gotten into a lot of fights. I've been a real jerk to a lot of people. I don't want to do that anymore. I am 26 years old. I'm a fucking adult. I have better things to do with my life than throw fucking shade at other people who use anime avatars on the internet to play video games, or not play video games, as the case may be. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, again, there's a time and a place for serious things, you know, serious protest, political action, things like that, political opinions, you know, knowing what's going on in the real world and shit like that is important. You know, don't just shut yourself out of the real world. That's not good for you either. But there's just no point in just being a fucking internet vigilante and just constantly seeking fights and like trying to prove that you're morally superior to people you don't agree with. You know, it's just not good for you. That's what I think. Like, that's just how I think. Where was I going with this? I kind of got distracted again. You can do better for yourself. You don't have to fight on the internet all the time. I'm not really saying this to you guys. Like, I think that you specific people who are sitting here right now have a problem. Like, I'm just saying this in general. This is really not directed at anybody other than myself, because these are the kinds of things that I've been trying to instill in my own head over like the last couple of months, year or so. Like, there's a lot of things that I regret about my attitude and the way that I've lashed out at people for like bad opinions or whatever. I've burnt bridges, I've lost friendships and stuff, and it sucks, and I don't want to do that anymore. And it's just bad for it's just bad for the soul. It truly is. It just makes you fucking miserable. It made me fucking miserable. When I get into a fight on the internet, I never feel good. Ever. Never. Even if I win, I never feel good about it. It never makes me feel good. I have never once gotten into a fight in real life or on the internet. I'm just saying the internet a lot because we're here on the internet. I have literally never in my life gotten in a fucking fight and come out of the fight feeling like a fucking hero or like whatever. It just makes me feel fucking bad because either I yelled at someone who didn't deserve it and I took it too far, or I came off like a real douchebag, or I don't know, I'm just reminded that people fucking hate me for like, you know, existing, you know? None of that is a good feeling, and it's just not worth it. It doesn't, hi Bitey, it doesn't make you feel better, it doesn't make the world better, you know? Yelling at a bigot isn't going to make them go away. And if you don't have the stomach to do the real things that make bigots go away, which are things that I certainly fucking can't talk about, if you don't have the stomach for that kind of shit, then it's just not for you, baby girl. Just go about your business. Block them, move on. That's it. Okay. That's it. Thank you. But I can't say that kind of shit on Twitch. Feeding. Thank you, everybody. These you know we love you. I can't. Oh, hold on. I fucked up. Yay. That question started with, do you have tips for people who want to get into VTubing? And it went a little off the course. Sure, let me get you something deep fried. You want something deep fried? I'm not sure if I... What is this? Yeah, okay, here you go. Is that good enough? Alright. Here's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna step away for a few minutes and like sort of recenter, because that was a long rant about shit that nobody asked about. And then we're gonna come back in just a few minutes, and we're gonna do all the other stuff that I said we're gonna do, the emotes, the games, the gunpla. I will ping everybody again in the server to let y'all know that we're actually doing that part now. If choosing those things, if having a voice in those things don't interest you, yep, like Voss, feel free to leave at this point. Thank you so much for staying. I hope that you had a decent time listening to me ramble about I don't even know what at this point. For everybody else, if you're interested in having a voice in those things, oh, and the V-Ride outfits, I forgot about that. If you're interested in having a voice in those things, stick around for just a few minutes, and I will be right back, and we'll get to that. And I'm going to take us to a break. We'll be right back.
Hi everybody, welcome back. Maybe it's just the Valhalla music that makes me start wanting to fucking blabber about my life choices. I got a sandwich, and I was like really hungry. Hold on, let me open my drink. There you go. So, what do you guys want to do first? Wow, that's kind of a lot of people here. So we've got the emotes. We've got 3 emote slots to choose. We got 2 games and 2 Gunpla or 2 plastic models and 2 V-Right outfits. So what do you guys want to do first? Games? Okay. Alright, let's do games. What do you guys want? Here are the rules. It can be PC, it could be PS4, and it could be Switch. I mean, I guess maximum $60. I guess I would prefer if it was less, but I don't. Like, it's up to you guys. Yeah, it can be PS4. It can be a PS4 game. It can be a Switch game. It can be a PC game. And whatever you guys pick, we get 2 of them. Whatever you guys pick, I will buy them and I will stream them. This is the point. This is not the time to be silent. This is not the time to lurk. This is the time. This is your point. This is your time to directly influence me. So please do not hold back. Please speak your piece if you have one. Because if only like one person says anything and everybody else wants to shut the fuck up, then they just get to hog the discussion. Is the game on Ichio fine? I guess that's fine, yeah. Okay, what let's see, what game is this, Ozu? Played Gun Fighters on Steam. What the hell is Gun Fighters? Item Shop's Tale. What is this? What kind of game is this? RPG? Super Benbow Quest. Okay, what is that? Super Benbow Quest Turbo Deluxe. Wow, it's on sale for 99% off? Oh, what the fuck is this? You know what, Agumon? I'll give you this one for free. This will not be one of the. This game is only $4. I'll give you this one for free. Okay, I'll get this one. I'll get this one for free. And we'll still have 2 games. Like I'm not gonna make this $4 fucking Kuso game one of the picks. So I will let you have this one for free. Certified Hood Classic. Great. Anyone else? Just spit ideas out. Just spit ideas out. Gundam Fighters. Okay, Gundam Fighters. I'll look into that. I don't want free games. Just throw it out there. Anything you want. Switch, PlayStation. Gotta head out. Okay, thanks for coming. You guys want to look at my Rogue Legacy 2? Is that a roguelike? Because I'm tempted to say no, I don't. Okay, Devastation. I'll take that. For sure. Transfuckers. Deviation. And how much do I have to pay for that these days? 24. Wow, really? Only 25 bucks? Okay. Rogue Legacy 2, roguelike action, Metroidvania. DMC HD collection. I actually already have that. I actually own the HD collection. Also consider Spark the Electric Jester. It's a what the hell? It's a Switch game I've been itching to play. I can't really say that I have a Switch game I've been itching to play, to be honest with you. Spark the Electric Jester. This seems like a very blatant Sonic knockoff. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Okay, we can consider that. I can consider that. I've been wanting to do that one actually. Anyone else wanna rally up on Stanley Parable? Colorful Tale. Oh, Memory of Heroes. You know, we could do that. How much does that go for these days? Memory of Heroes. That's gonna be a little pricey. And how much would premium sound cost? A lot. A lot. I guess I probably shouldn't do premium sound anyway because I'll get blocked for that. Bought the premium sound edition for Switch. Yeah. You have to love double and O's. I mean, I'd like double and O's. Okay, if it's not premium sound edition, what do I have to pay for this? You have the normal version? Well, you're a normal person, so I can see how you would have the normal version. Okay, I can get, looks like the cheapest I'm looking at here. That's $100. That's $100 premium sound. I'm not doing that. Pay you to pay Sengoku Barisa for. Isn't that an import too? Go for the PS4 version if possible. Okay. I was probably gonna do that anyway, to be honest with you. Kamen Rider Memory of Heroes English PlayStation 4. Looks like the cheapest I'm looking at for that is about $60, which I can do. Definitely. Do we all wanna, are we all sort of going in on that? Or what's the deal? Do we wanna take that one? Because I can grab that from Play Asia for about $60. You gonna vote for it? Okay. Memory is cool. Yeah, it does have Arto. Vote for Memory of Heroes. Okay. Sounds like let's alright, sounds like that's gonna be game one, is Memory of Heroes. Now, so I know we did say 2 games here, but now hear me out here, because what I'm thinking here is we've got Transformers Devastation, and I can grab that for $25. I can grab that for $25 on GameStop, and now the Stanley Parable, I can grab that for also about the same price. So I'm kind of thinking, what if we did both of those? Because that would be about the price of a full price game. So that would be essentially two game. Like that would be like the price of one game. Because I planned to spend about $100 on this part. Right? So how do we feel about Stanley Parable and Transformers Devastation? And you know what? I wonder how... And that's a little more expensive. I'm not good for that. Sure, love to see that. Love to see that. Love to see that. Sounds like we've got our games here. And the ones that you guys wrecked that I'm not getting today, I am gonna put those on my wish list. Rogue Legacy, Spark, the Electric Joker, something else, Colorful Tale, and Here Comes Nico. I will definitely take a look at all of those because they all seem pretty nice. And I will like put them on my wish list, and if they grab them on sale, I might pick them up sometime. And I definitely think that Memory of Heroes, Stanley Parable, and Transformers Devastation will make the most amount of people, including myself, happy. I think if we're all okay with that, that'll be our 3 for 2. Comes Nico. I'm looking at it right now. It actually looks very cute. Making my work schedule. Cena, I will try to work with you since you recommended, like, since it was sort of on your word that we got to this point. This does look really cute. I hope this goes on sale sometime. I really like this. So okay, so those are the games done. Transformers, Stanley Parable. I can buy the Stanley Parable right now, actually, while I'm sitting here, because I can just get it on Steam. Stan Lee. The Stan Lee Parable. Almost got Nico 100%. A lot of last. Oh, that's unfortunate. Use your balance first. I would love to use my fucking like $500 PayPal balance for this. I will definitely take a look at Look at that. Boom, Stanley Parable. right, and I will order the other 2 games when stream is over. Oh, and I gotta buy Super Benbow Quest, right? So these games are Benbow, Stanley, Transformers, Member Heroes. That's right. We somehow ended up with 4 games. One of them being a shit game, apparently. I like how you were like, is it okay if I send you a game on Itch.io? I was like, yeah, that sounds fine. And you're like, here's a shit fucking game that sucks. I was like, awesome. Download the fuck. Okay, I gotta show you guys this. Oh, you didn't say it sucked. You implied. Pirate it. Pirate it! Why did you make me fucking pay this? Send this game to people for free. Pirate it. Make videos about it. Yeah. Alright. And now... Oh wait, I didn't put this on my list too. Whatever the game that Ray recommended. There sure are some little anime girls in this little bitch. Now, we'll just keep going with this pace on to part 2 of the buying things part. Let's talk about Gunpla. We've got 2 kits to buy, and that is not going to increase unless y'all are like, what if you bought entry grade fucking new Gundam or whatever? They've been a game exclusive writer form. If you want to get almost sort of technical, they're the O's. O's has some of his complete select modification forms in the video game, but they are like that's the only time that those forms have ever appeared in any media, so I guess that counts. Yeah, okay, I've got the fucking Infinite Justice right here, bastard. It looks pretty cool, I guess. It's like pink. Oh shit, is that like, does that come with it? RG High New Gundam. Yeah, let me see how much RG High New Gundam costs. Oh, it's actually not that bad. I figure that RG's not really that. Damn! Holy fuck. This is good looking. Yeah, okay, so so I've got a couple of things like just pull out here. We've got Ghost. I just like looking through what you guys were talking about earlier. I do have Tri Chaser. I do have Tajador out. And Forze. So, is anybody... Tajador has a listing on Manda. I don't really deal with Manda's shipping though. It's so bad right now. Is anybody dramatically opposed to the HG Infinite Justice Gundam? Anybody desperately want a different Gundam? because I kind of like this and I'd be fine with it. Is anybody super against this as a gunpla choice, as choice 1 for high grade Infinite Justice Gundam? I don't even know what this is from. I don't even give a fuck, to be honest. Infinite Justice rocks. Nice. I think I can actually grab this on eBay. Have I seen the Goof Custom? I have seen the Goof Custom. Goof Custom. I can't look at Amazon because it'll dox me. Have to disagree because you hate Sea Destiny. I mean, that's fair. Damn! This is good. Honestly, I like this Goof Custom. I honestly feel like I want to get it just a normal Goof at some point, but not maybe like I can get a normal. Like, how much is a high grade Goof? Goofs ain't that expensive. Oh yeah, there's a red one. I've seen the red Goof. I feel like I just get a normal, like I just want a normal Goof. So I think we're talking about, so we're definitely getting Infinite Justice, and I'll order that. I think I can order that off Amazon, and I'll get that. So we're looking at, like, and some of these are on Amazon too, and I'll have to look. So we're looking at Tri-Chaser, Tajador, Forze, and Ghost. I know a lot of... I know a lot, yeah, Tri-Chaser, I know we're probably gonna have with Tri-Chaser. Because I know Cena's really pushing for it, and I know... Is Tajador... Let's see. Let's see where I can actually get. Voting Forze. We don't know anything about Char Zaku 2. I actually don't even need to do, like, I don't need to have you guys get that Zaku for me because I see it every time I go to Target. So if I really want to pick that Zaku up, I'll just go to Target and grab it. Oh, well, we didn't consider it. Now, we also didn't consider... Why is that $2,000 delivery? We also didn't consider Black coming out soon. The bike. Okay, so we got bike. We might, I might actually have you guys put this up for a vote. Apparently Entertainment Earth has it, yeah. That's what it's saying here. Comes in August, it says. If you want to see that, I mean, like, with the thing about this is, like, I'm not particularly worried about, like, if one of these model kits or whatever has to take a while to get here, I'm okay with that. I'm not too busted up about it. So, okay, let me do a poll, and this is going to be a straight up poll. Oh, wait, I don't want to show you guys the dashboard. This is going to be just a straight up poll. It's not going to be, like, you're not going to be able to influence it with points or anything like that. New poll. Tri-Chaser, Tajador, Ghost, Forze, Black, yeah. And I'm gonna keep this up for I'm gonna put it up for 5 minutes. and we're just gonna see what happens. While the poll goes, new emotes. We can talk about new emotes while we're waiting, yeah. Like I said, we've got 3 emote slots. So we get 3 emotes that that I will get my partner, my fiance, to draw at some point, whenever they're available. So with that, we're just looking for like, what do you want to see that I don't have? Like, what emotes do you see in other people's streams and you think, I wish V had that in her stream? Most annoying man fans, come on, bro. I don't know if we could put that down in emote size. BM, a BM. What is a BM? This, what did you? Oh, we could do that. Thumbs up emote. Thumbs up is good. Curse crying emote, what it's be? I'm looking at like Pia's emotes and shit. Omni-Man ass po. No! Fuck no. Thank you though, Cooper. Can I get animated emotes? Is that a partner thing? Do I deserve that? I do have animated emotes. We could do an animated emote. I might have to actually pay somebody for that. If I had an animated emote, what would you guys want to see? Crying cat and meat. Oh my god. You guys know I got booze, right? Oh, I'm here. New type spark. Dancing. Yeah, I'd like to do V dancing. If we could get a V dancing one that was like Pia's that I really like. Or like use. We might not decide today. What I might just do is take all of y'all's ideas and then just sort of see what culminates from that. V with a gun. See, that's now there's what we're talking about. V with a gun. I think I want to do that because Corgi's got one of those and I really like it. Egg floating and spinning like that one cockroach. We could do an egg emote. I do. You know what? I do want to do an egg emote. Maybe. Poll is almost over. Let's see where we're at. Wow, Tajiro is gonna win. Anybody? We've only got a few votes in here. Like, if anybody else wants to vote, now's the time to vote. Okay, and now it's a more decisive win. Bonk with the sword. If I can make that happen, I'd like to do that. Okay, overwhelming majority want Tajidor. Okay, I will, sounds like it's gonna be Infinity Gundam, Infinity Justice Gundam, and I honestly thought Tri Chaser would win. I was kind of just already assuming that that's what would happen, but that's fine. That's cool. That's good. I will figure out. That is going to take a minute to get my hands on that. That's going to take a couple of months, I think, to get here, but it will be fun when it gets here. And I'm okay with that. And I'll grab the bike. I will grab the bike some other time. So I will order those off stream as well. In terms of emotes, so I'm thinking I definitely want a gun emote, like corgis. Hey, thank you, ALJ. I think I definitely want a gun emote. Maybe a bonk, if we could get one. If I can make a bonk work with the sword, that would be awesome. But if not, I'll just do like a little hammer like Pia's. And animated emote would be fun too. I recommend Entertainment Earth over PB. Okay, I will go with animated or Entertainment Earth then. Oh, I know. Trust me, I'm well aware of how Big Bad Toy Store does things because I have some kits on pre-order with them, and they were supposed to come out like 2 months ago. I know that BBTS is terrible with their actual release dates. They make up for it by being generally cheaper than everybody else, but I don't fucking care. I'll gladly pay the extra $10 to actually get the fucking kit in my goddamn hands. Stupid bastards. You know, they don't have an affiliate program. Fuckers. Anyway, okay, so bonk emote, gun emote, and what else do you guys want? What else did you guys say? Something with egg, maybe? Because we've got 3 static emotes. Dance emote. Yeah, that'll be. I might have to outsource that to somebody who does animated emotes. I think Pia does those. Pia. Ouch. That's rough. Hate them on principle. Animated emote. Yeah, I can get one from Pia. That would be fun. Why do I have so many? Can I put this meme up? That's not a meme. Ha 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 ha. I'm getting rid of all these memes. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hold on, I'm looking for another meme I made. Come on, I know where it is. You know what? It's fine. I'll just grab it. Okay, so let's say that one. Let's get the one. Let's say the one animated emote, which might not come for a while. That might be a minute, depending on how that looks in terms of commission time and finances and stuff. But let's just say that will happen. We'll get V with a gun, V bonk, and something with egg. What if live egg reaction? Maybe. How do you guys feel about live? Everyone likes egg. Everyone wants the egg emote. We'll do the egg emote. I'll figure out the details about that. I will talk to my fiance about that. All right, so we got that settled. So, last order of business is Vroid outfits. That super stretch goal that I made up on the spot and am in no way prepared to deliver on. What do we feel? How do we feel? There's 2. We get 2. I said 2. I should have not said that, but I committed to it and I want to do it. 2 new Vroid outfits. And I'm not talking about me buying shit from booth. They'll be like custom outfits only for me. Suggested on the fly. I think was that you that came up with that? I thought I came up with it. It doesn't matter. I'm happy to do it. Like, I'm glad to do it. Whether or not it's that I find someone to pay for it or I learn how to do it myself, I'm okay with. Oh shit! Hold on. The ARG. Hold on. Ah! Oh my god, fuck this bitch. Die! Sorry, the Somniophiles ARG thing is happening right now, and it would take way too long for me to explain, but this bitch about to die. V in the bear suit. Okay, I 100% would not fucking know how to do that. Jupiter, if you know how to do that, we could talk about that. I don't know how to do a fursuit. Helmeted V, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that in Vroid. I would absolutely have to pay someone to do that. That is something I would have to find someone to pay for. You have to use it for the bear head. You have to use hair for the helmet too. Can you import models? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the way that helmet, like anything that goes on the head in Vroid has to be technically made out of hair. And I'm not sure if you could like import that inwards. VJ cosplay, I would love to do that. The Cure Major alt would be cute. The Cure Major alt, that would be cute. I would love to do that. I would probably have to find someone to do that for me. You guys have, it's just, you guys have to, the jumpsuit, that would be nice. You guys have to remember how limited these things can be. The cape thing would be a little hard. Yeah. No, yeah, that might be a little out of the question. What Izumi cosplay? Maybe I could maybe do that. Yeah, I was wondering if you could get away with making it a coat thing, but the problem with that is I'm not sure if you could what you would do about the parts that go over the arms. I don't know. This is something that's not going to be done anytime soon, no matter what we go with, and I might not even pick anything today. I might just hear you guys' choices and see what's possible and what's not. Dark V-Ranger. What does that look like to you? What does that look like in your head? Like Dark Kabuto. Okay, but it can't be like armored. It can't be like an armored form. Black and red instead of white. Maybe. We did like a Jill cosplay. What if I did like... What if I did like Mushi's outfit? Like what if we decided on what Mushi's outfit is and then I made that for V? Cosplay Saber. You don't have to... You know what? Hold on. That would slay cunt. That would slang absolute penis. Shit, I never imported it. Okay, hold on. Everyone shush for a sec, because I can do this. Don't actually shush, I'm kidding. I think you could do Jill. I mean, we could do Jill. What if we did Jill and Mushi for these two? Because I think that would be... Yeah, don't spoil it. Hold on, don't spoil it. This is actually a sneak peek you guys are getting because I was actually going to use this for a future stream that I've been planning. Jupiter, how do you think it doesn't? You can say no to this because that might be a big ask. But do you think? Where's my fucking? Sorry. Do you think you could do Jill's hair? Like, do you think you could do a new hair that looks like Jill's hair for me? Because you don't have, like, we can talk about that later. Like, you think so? We'll talk. We can think about it. We'll talk about it. Because that would be fun. Alt hair. Pretty normal straight hair. She does have the twin tails. I wonder if I could get an alt hairstyle. Maybe in also another outfit, like plus the other outfit. Maybe I could also get an alt hairstyle. Lots of people have like new hair. Like every VTuber has like an alt hairstyle when they get like a new outfit, and I don't have any other alt hairstyles. Jill's hair would be the same though. You did draw this. I could pull it up in a second after I'm done doing this stupid thing that I'm about to do. I don't know why the boobs are so damn big. That's not like me, that's like the outfit. Long hair V. That'd be fun. I think that would be cute, like, just as an alt. Because the thing with V-Roid, too, is that, like, once I have the alt, I can mix and match. He say was iconic mittens. Yeah, for real. I can mix and match the hairstyle with anything I want. So if I give V an alt hair, like if I get an alt hairstyle for V, I can mix and match it with anything I want. Ponytail, ooh, that would be nice. What is scuffed about it? Oh no! Oh shit! Hold on. I just realized. You're right. I just caught that too. I can fix that. It did that thing that happens. Hold on. Don't look at me. I forgot the skin mask. You know, that used to not have to be a problem. That used to not be a problem. That literally used to not be a problem. I don't know what what update screwed skin meshes like that. They used to not be a problem. And I never noticed. I just changed to this outfit, like I just immediately stripped. Society, yeah, society. Viewer outfits, body, nude. Wow, my fucking tits are too small for this outfit. Oh, yeah, you can't solo heal anymore. That sucks. Are you just getting boofed on? I think ponytail. Can we go back to that? I think V ponytail would be really, 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 really nice. Can we make boobs huge? Can we make boobs huge? Body. Can I make boobs huge? Where's boobs huge? Chest size. Wow! Jesus. It's actually just, it's not even the boobs are too small, it's just like the model isn't quite good enough. Like the outfit doesn't quite fit the body. You know what? I'll fuck with it later. I don't care right now. I'm just gonna stay naked. Okay, so yeah, the thing is, I like maxed the slider out by accident because it lagged and it just like fucking exploded boobage. So, Jill cosplay, Mushi cosplay, V ponytail. Does that sound satisfying to everybody? And I'll talk with Jupiter about pretty much all of those, and exchange money for that. But that's fine because I kind of planned on that anyway. All right, so that we're good with that. That will come. I don't know when. Don't ask me. So I think we're good here. Let's recap. Okay. Stanley Parable, Transformers director, Transference Devastator, Memory of Heroes, Infinite Justice Gundam, P. Bandai Tajidor, animated emote, maybe. I'm gonna give that a maybe because that might be out of my budget right now. Egg emote, Gun emote, Bonk emote, Jill cosplay, Mushi cosplay, and a ponytail, which is what I'm most excited about in terms of Vroid stuff. I will. Is that everything? Is that everything, right? Am I missing anything? Yeah, that's right. Let me see. Oh yeah, right. There's the Let me pull that up. Let me pull that up. Stream shit. Fan art. Slut t-shirt. Yes. Why did I think about that? Yes. Yeah, I would literally prefer that over the actual Jill cosplay. But yes, can we do that too? You recommended it, so you recommended it, so obviously we can. Slut shirt would be easy. Yes, slut shirt would be easy. I'm gonna head out. All right, have a good night. Have a good sleep. Slut shirt would just be texturing. Pretty much. You can make a nice word mark. That would be helpful. That would be nice. This is community-oriented shit. So, I didn't actually go to look to see if that was everything. Let's see. Feature emotes, games, model kits, Vroid. That's it. We did it. We are in the clear in terms of these things that we need to get taken care of. So now we can probably say goodbye pretty soon. Just as a reminder, oh, free shipping? Oh, wow. Fantastic. Twitch anime. Ah, rip. As a reminder, I actually need to talk to Voss about the body pillow, but that will be coming down the pipe as well. Just as a reminder about that. What's going to happen with that is that I will pay Voss for the art. Well, you guys will actually. And when it is done, I will release the full resolution files for free, probably in the server. Well, I'll put it up everywhere, I guess. The full resolution files, we'll put them up for free, and that'll be up to you guys at that point to find a source or some kind of a place where you can get those printed on a pillowcase and purchase that yourself if you want to. If you just want to look at the art on your computer or whatever, that's up to you. But I'm not going to sell them. I'm not going to sell you guys the body pillows or the art. I'm going to give it to you guys for free. And whatever happens after that is up to you. When the time comes, I will do some research, and I will probably have a body pillow printing source to recommend you guys. If you want to get them printed on a body pillow, I can tell you what I recommend based on what research I do. But I will not be doing it for you or selling it to you in any way. It will be absolutely free.
It will be a little horny. It will be safe for work though. There's not going to be cock and dick and stuff. That one's just for me. It will be 2 sides. I will release them both. They will be a little spicy. And look forward to that, because I sure am. As for the games and stuff, I've got the 4 games that we decided on today. And then I've got a couple of games that a couple of people won the right to tell me to play. I know Cena got Sonic Adventure. There's a couple other ones. I have them all written down. Corky got Disco Elysium. I will play those games. The rule for those is that I will play it at least once. And if I play it more because I want to, then I will. But the rule for those is at least one stream. As for the games that we bought today, those I will see to completion, guaranteed. Because we paid for those. What else? A couple of you have gotten, have earned episode spots in an upcoming watch along where we watch everybody's favorite episodes that they've chosen. I have to go and look and see who all qualifies for that, and I'll tell you a secret, and it's if I don't think that enough people qualified for it, I will lower the qualification to just $15, and that'll make a hell of a lot more people qualified to give me episodes of Toku. And in that case, we will probably have to do it over maybe 2 days. But I do want to do that because the point is like for everybody to sort of be a winner and whatever. Also, I have a shit ton of Steam codes still left. I have like a lot of them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all that. I'm certainly not going to do another 16-hour giveaway stream, but I'll find ways to get those off my chest. Soon. I don't know. I think that's about it. Anything else that I'm missing? Do you guys know? Anything else that I'm missing? Am I forgetting anything? Any last minute comments, requests, concerns, declarations of love? Nice. Thank you. Missing these nuts. Fucking got 'em. So yeah. After Swaggy, thank you. After this stream is over, I will do another little wrap up post. In the server and on. Thank you. Out in the server and on everything else. Where I will. I just realized that like the VOD can't see the chat. It's okay. I'll wrap up a little server talking about thank you, everything that we've done, the emotes, the bits, the this and that, the games and the shit. And then I will fuck off for the rest of the night. Tomorrow we are doing superhero time just like normal. And that's it, really. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I need to find a place to stream. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for helping me pick these things. Thank you again for donating so we could buy these things in the first place. let's see. Okay, let me give you guys some choices. Do you guys want to see King of Fighters, Elden Ring, Eurobeat, or Mass Effect? Again, that's King of Fighters, Elden Ring, Eurobeat, and Mass Effect. KOF, 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 KOF. Okay. KOF. All right, KOF, KOF, KOF. All right. Let me see what's going on in this stream real quick. And as soon as this fucking... Okay, hold on. Okay. That is it for me. Good night, everybody, and I will see you all next time.